Hey everyone, it is Abby. How are you guys doing today? I hope this finds you all doing well. Today we are here back at my favorite local park in another different kind of little secluded area. So I can have the pleasure of bringing you this video. Anyway, tonight's topic, we get into an email that I've kind of split up into two parts. So this is going to be a two-parter. It delves into a few things that have been weighing on this gentleman's mind when he wrote into me, and that being a secret smoking fetish and water sports and his marriage. So with that said, I will get lit up here and we will get into his email. Got my hot pink. My apologies for the crazy windblown hair. Summertime, I have a sunroof. That's what God made sunroofs and convertibles for. I'm a wind in your hair kind of girl. Anyway, sorry, I'm being silly. It says, "Hi Abby, I've been following your channel since early this year and I really enjoy it. I think you provide sound and fair advice. I have something I'd like advice on. But first, my story and some observations. I'll be 58 this summer and have been married 25 years and have 2 kids. My smoking fetish started when I was 12 and has never abated. I've never smoked, although I tried it when I was a kid. I like all whites, especially the 120s. My faves are snap inhales, dangling, and huge exhales directly at the camera. I really dislike nose exhales, but I'm not sure why. A woman who smokes knows that smoking is socially unacceptable and unhealthy. However, she doesn't care, and she does what she wants. She craves filling her lungs with smoke and is able to hold that smoke inside and derive great pleasure from it. As a rule, she is also more open-minded and adventurous in the bedroom than most women who don't smoke. Knowing these things about women who smoke is what really turns me on and attracts me to them. Years ago, I dated a girl who smoked, but she would only smoke when others were around, and I could never get her to do it for me only. Another girl was an ex-smoker, and I begged her to smoke for me, but it never happened. Her best friend smoked, and it drove me nuts. I told my girlfriend that I wish she would smoke with her girlfriend, but it never happened. My wife has never smoked, and she vehemently opposes anything to do with it. I'm pretty sure I haven't said that word right, so sorry guys. I never told her about my fetish because there's not a snowball's chance that it would happen. Keeping that urge suppressed for so long has been difficult for me, and I really miss the days when I could watch women smoke in bars, restaurants, and even traffic lights. I rarely see women smoking and driving anymore. Years ago, I would get smoking lap dances in strip clubs and would have the smoke blown into my face and mouth up close. I enjoyed it immensely and would love to have smoky kisses. Years ago, I turned to porn to satisfy my fetish. It helps, but it's not satisfying enough. On a different subject, I have another fetish, which is golden showers. It's been a long time, but I've had the pleasure of receiving pee in my mouth on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, I really want to be a giver as well, but that's never happened. In watching videos, I've noticed that the majority of women who indulge in drinking pee are smokers. In a few videos I've been lucky enough to find they smoke at the same time. Most don't involve smoking, but I can tell by the look of the woman that she smokes. The lines above the lips, for example, when I see those lines, no matter where, I get an immediate flush of excitement. It seems that women who smoke are much more likely to be willing to experience golden showers, and I find that very interesting and alluring. I guess it's the oral fixation thing. It would be interesting to pose the question to your viewers about what other fetishes female smokers participate in. Lastly, the main purpose of my email, in the last 4 years, I've focused on my faith and it has grown exponentially. I'm now born again and I read the Bible and pray daily. I talk with others about God and Jesus when I can. I have this dark side, the addiction to porn to satisfy my fetishes. I know that porn is wrong and I shouldn't be watching it, but it's my only outlet for sexual release. And in parentheses he says sexless marriage for years. The situation is tearing me up. I need to quit watching porn because I know it's wrong, and thus far I've been unsuccessful. This is where I need some advice, Abby. I'd appreciate your thoughts on the fetishes as well, but mainly about quitting watching porn. Thanks for listening, and I'd prefer to remain anonymous. Okay. So, thank you for writing in. I think that it sounds like you are dealing with a lot of inner turmoil over your faith and what you believe and your sexual desires and the lack of fulfillment in that area. As far as your fetishes go with regard to smoking, have you talked to your wife about it? I would suggest starting there and just have a serious, open, and honest conversation with her. No judgments. She can turn you down, politely turn you down, or be willing to indulge. Depends on where she is with things in your marriage. Is obviously you're finding this means of getting that release. So surely she's got to be doing something to get that release too. What is she doing? Ask her if there's something that she wanted to try that would spice things up. And rekindle some of what was lost. And put the spark back in. See if it's something she's receptive to. It doesn't hurt to ask at this point. I would also suggest going into that conversation with the thought that there may be some need to find compromise, and you need to be willing to do so. Ask her how it is that you can take care of her needs and desires as well, because that may be missing for her also. Let her know that these are experiences you'd much rather be experiencing with her because you love her, than watching it on a video. I get that sometimes with marriages that last that long and with kids, you can get so wrapped up in child rearing and, you know, all the things that they're into, and your relationship kind of takes a back seat to that sometimes. And then it sometimes gets to the point where when they're grown, you know, it almost feels like you're there with a stranger, you know, when the nest is empty. So, you know, there may be some marriage sometimes takes a back seat to all the rest. Yeah, sorry guys. Need to stretch the legs. You know, being married that long takes a lot of work. And if you want to save that, you need to be willing to put in the work. You know, make her a priority, date her, court her, make her feel wanted and desired. She will be receptive to that, or at least I would hope so. And, you know, in turn, she will be more receptive. You know, she will, without her even knowing she's doing it, may just do that for you as well. You know, we sometimes get so wrapped up in the everyday life, work, kids, church, this, that, and the other, and, you know, we forget to pay attention to the one person that is the most important to us in life. You know, invest a little more time with your marriage. As far as, you know, I'm no counselor, I'm no counselor and no therapist and no doctor. You know, I've said that before, but maybe going to some sort of marriage counseling might be an option. You know, all of the love might not be lost. You just may have lost your way and need to both find your way back to each other. You know, and if that's the case and, you know, you guys find your way back to each other and are more intimate with each other, I would assume that the porn fetish would slowly turn away from that. You know, you would turn away from that because you would be having more intimacy with your wife. You know, in conclusion, I hope that this helps out a little bit. That's a tough situation. It sounds like you've got a lot of things you're dealing with and inner turmoil. I hope you are able to, you know, get back on track with your wife and, you know, steer away from what it is you want to steer away from. So I hope that helps a little bit. If anyone out there has any comments, suggestions for this gentleman on how he can stop being so obsessed with porn, please leave it in the comments below. If you are here and a subscriber, please don't forget to hit the little bell. That way you get notified every time we have a video go up so you don't miss anything. If you are new to the channel and you like what you see and you like the content you hear, please subscribe. If you don't, that's okay too. But there is always more great content to come, interesting topics, and we will see you guys real soon. Bye.